All right, so this one's going to be amazing. I know this is something a lot of you have been looking forward to. All right, so check this out. This is NFTs through the generations, kids, Gen Z, and their parents. So all of you from all ages, listen up and give a round of applause to our speakers. Thank you.
Let's go, I guess. Maybe we'll just give a few seconds for the audience to settle down. In the meantime, for everyone who's here, welcome and thank you for joining our panel. I'm Priyanka. I am Laya's sister, and I'm also a student at Stanford. I also run the blockchain club back there at Stanford, and I'll be moderating this panel, which is about NFTs and Gen Zs and kids and how this industry has broken the barriers for requirement of work experience in general and just encourages and is completely inclusive end-to-end. So maybe we could start with a quick round of introductions. Do you guys want to introduce yourself, and then we can get started?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I am Laya. I am a 14-year-old artist from South India. And as she said, she's my sister, and we have been in the space ever since Feb 2021, and the whole thing started as a very fun way. We just wanted to do something after online classes to spend our time somewhere useful, so it just started from there. And I started with digital art as a new hobby, and with time, as I started, diving deep into digital art, I found out about NFTs, and well, that's who I am and where I am right now. That's a little about me. Teresa, do you want to go?
Sure. I'm Teresa Melvin. I'm a 13-year-old NFT artist, and I love to make art, especially making characters, especially my two characters, Ava and Ramona. And I draw them in all my NFTs, and I've been drawing ever since I was 3 years old, and I joined the NFT space about a year ago, and so far it's been super fun, and yeah. You can introduce yourself.
My name is Harry Slack. I am a parent of an artist. I am a spouse of an artist. I was actually wearing one of the orange shirts here in November at NFT.NYC, which got pushed back because of everything going on, but it was a great experience last year being behind the stages, and I came just to learn. And it's one of the most welcoming spaces I've ever been involved in when it comes to technology, which has always been very gate-kept. And this seems to be breaking a lot of those barriers down, where there's tools and community that really are working together to give artists, developers, tools to work together, and it's really exciting. And seeing what everyone's creating and working together, collaborations, community projects, it's just so exciting. And seeing these young artists have tools that just have never existed before.
Hello, hi, everyone. My name is Andrew. People know me by 9:10, and I started my artist journey. Started creating things for my kids in the beginning of the pandemic, so they couldn't go to Chuck E. Cheese, so I make some skee ball machine, pinball machine at the house, and until I ran out of room, and then I decided I need a switch of a medium, and I learned about NFT. Okay, and I started doing digital things, and here I am sharing with you about NFT with my kids and my artist journey. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rana Kaliouby. I have to say, it is so awesome and refreshing to see young women like you guys doing amazing stuff. So my day job is I'm an AI girl boss. My background is in computer vision and machine learning, did my PhD at Cambridge University, then came to MIT, then started a company 12 years ago, sold the company last year. So I'm very interested in the intersection of NFTs and Web3 and artificial intelligence. But I'm actually here this week in my capacity as a parent. So Adam is my 13-year-old son. And for me, this journey started last Christmas when he gave me an NFT as my Christmas gift. It's a hotel room in some metaverse. So we were with my family, and everybody said, NF what? So he and I decided to start a podcast together. It's called Yalla NFT. We're always looking for amazing people to interview. And I just have to say, it's been amazing being here and just seeing young people explore this space and lead this space. And yeah, I'm just like really psyched to be here. I'm learning alongside all of these young people and trying to think about what's my role as a parent, right? And supporting, yeah, these kids' journeys. So psyched to be here.
That was amazing. Wow, we have a pretty diverse set of folks here. So I'm gonna like make the questions a little bit interesting to see, what you guys like think about. So maybe I'll start off with one pretty commonly asked but very interesting answers come out of this question is, if it was not for NFTs, what do you think you or your kids or your spouse would be doing right now? Because NFTs did definitely like change our lives for the good, for the worse, whatever it is. So what do you think you would have been doing? Laya, do you want to go first?
Sure. So I think before NFTs, what I was doing was just exploring new things, like playing around with YouTube and thinking about search engine optimization, posting random stuffs on Instagram, trying to grow followers. Playing around with Instagram filters and painting, drawing, or some new tech stuff, maybe HTML, CSS, or something along those lines. Basically, just trying out anything that I want to do. And well, that's what I was doing, and I think I would have been continuing that, like basically trying to try out different things, wise breadth, like trying out everything that I want to try, and maybe when I feel like this is it, I might, dive deep into it, like how I did for NFTs. So I think that's what I would have been doing, I guess, and I'm pretty sure if it was not NFTs, I would have been somewhere around art or tech, because that's what always fascinates me.
Before NFTs, I was very introverted, and I always loved to draw, and I still love to draw now. But when I was 9 years old, my dad started an Instagram account for me. He wanted me to see if I would talk more about my art to the world. And yeah, I started there on Instagram, talking on camera, sharing all my projects and everything. But I started NFTs a year ago, and NFTs has been a big life-changing moment for me. So yeah, there's been a lot going on ever since I came into the NFT world. I got a lot of exposure to my art, and not just in my friends and family, but all over the world, really. So it's been a big impact for me. And before NFTs, I did get some opportunities as well. Like my first exposure to my art, it was when I was 5 years old. I still remember that memory when I had that trophy for the 100 days thing for when my art was in the title graphics of a movie, so that was really fun. But yeah, NFTs has been like the big life changer for me. And ever since then, I've gotten into a community, NFT Kids magazine. I've gotten a lot of people to notice me as well. Like one really cool thing that happened was Gary Vee. I was in a contest for a Gary Vee artwork, and he followed and retweeted me as well. So there's been a lot happening.
I want to give a shout out to the dads and parents that are supporting the kids, like making the Instagrams, making the Twitters. Like, it's so good to see this new generation of parents that are not focusing like just on their career, but focusing on tools for the kids to give them a better future. Not just like, hey, I worked all this time and here's some money for college or something. Like, here's actual tools for you to do your own life. And for an introvert, you're very well spoken, and I've noticed that in group, Twitter Spaces and stuff that you've been in with. Like, you're always well spoken, you're always well mannered. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Going back to the question, I was doing IC security and had been doing some crypto, not just like mining and stuff like that, but also when organizations get hit with like ransomware and get their files and you have to pay that in Bitcoin and things like that. So, I mean, it would be more like if crypto didn't exist, would I be doing? But I'm just excited the space is here because it's just brought a whole new set of tools for the future. But I'd still be doing the IT security and trying to give my kids tools from everything that's available and foster their interests.
That's great. I mean, I would like to just quickly add on to that, which is, I think art could be actually considered as an actual career thanks to lovely parents such as yourself. I mean, my mom right there, she would have been screaming at us if we had considered art for a career a few years ago perhaps, but now she's completely okay with Laya being an artist. And I think there was severe economic incentive issues, especially for artists, which has severely been fixed. And shout out to all the parents who've understood that this issue has been fixed and support us in terms of pursuing this as a career. So, yeah.
I'd like to. So my major was architecture.
Wow.
And I got into computers because it was just way easier money than going and working as a junior architect, which is you got to really put the hours in before you can even take the state licensing. And I remember it was really painful. The man I looked up to the most, my grandfather, that was the only time I remember him not being supportive of me, was when I said I'm going to go into architecture. And it's because he was a contractor who built houses and commercial buildings, and he's like, why don't you be an engineer because there's a lot better money in it. And so it was that starving artist theme was just, it's part of his generation. He grew up in the 30s, he's part of that. And that's what's really exciting is you don't have to be a starving artist. And the earlier you learn these tools, the better chances you have to not be a starving artist.
That is true. That is so true.
So before NFT, I am an unsuccessful serial entrepreneur. So still keep trying different things. And but what changed really, how NFT really life-changing is having this, for me, is another marketplace, another platform for me to able to monetize what I love doing. But this dream of being an artist, I have forgotten that I have this dream because of work and life and everything. I do have a fashion design background, and the reason why I went to fashion design because I knew I couldn't afford to go into fine art, but deep down, that something that I had dreamed since I was a child is becoming an artist. And so NFT helped me realize that dream again, and to be able to show this to my children. You can do what you love doing, and set an example. So through NFT, I'm able to, it's been amazing. This 1 year, I minted my first piece since last May. And this year, I was able to exhibit my art throughout the world, able to travel to Dubai, Sharjah, to exhibit there, introduce NFT, what it is to the people there. I was able to show my kid, I have a piece showing in Times Square. So all these crazy things.
Cool dad.
And so it's really changed my life, and I'm really happy that I have this opportunity with NFT to show it to my kids, to encourage them to do what they love doing.
Yeah, I think for us, one of our family core values is learning and building and innovating. And so, I always tell, I have a daughter and Adam, so I always tell them, let's embark on a journey without attaching to outcomes. As long as there's this internal drive and passion for something, for exploring, for learning, it's okay to explore and learn without really knowing what the destination is. And I think this NFT journey for us has been exactly that. We're like, let's start a podcast together. Okay, let's do it. We didn't really know anybody in this space, and we actually reached out to Benjamin Ahmed, who started Weird Whales and is now awesome, and he's only 13. And we just reached out to this young man, and now we've become friends. And I think the idea of building community too has been really amazing, and it's something I look forward to. So I think this is just the beginning for us, really. I don't know where it's going to take us, but we'll be back next year and share an update.
That's actually amazing. Wow. So NFTs has pretty much made all of you guys travel, show your work around the world. Ideally, this would have been impossible otherwise. You put your work online, either someone would copy it, paste it, and you have to throw a watermark on it. Now there's a concept of provenance, ownership, and different aspects like that, right? So along those lines, we heard about the amazing stuff, the positive side. But what do you guys think is something that's lacking in this space right now that should be fixed? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a negative thing. It's more like a constructive thing that we probably should consider fixing, and hopefully that you would like to see next year when we come to NFT.NYC, this thing is no longer there, or this thing is better than last year. So is there anything like that did you think should be done?
Well, this is something that we have all noticed. I think it's inclusivity. To be honest, I'm on New York, and I couldn't find much women here. It's comparatively less than. That's very sad, and I think that's what I am hoping to see better next year in the coming years. Not only to NFT.NYC, but generally in Web3 itself. I think that's what we need, and in real life, it has to be changed very quickly, because we are in 2022, and if that's not going to happen, it just doesn't make sense anymore.
I would say that there's a lot of kids now entering the NFT space, and it's the right time to do it. But not a lot of people believe that kids should be here right now in the NFT space. But really, I really think it's better to start at a younger age to build a career there and to get a lot of opportunities there. And really, kids should trust their skills, and parents should trust their kids too. So that's why I really think that more people should start accepting the kids here.
I think one of the things that's in the space that can be a challenge is just the security and the safety in the online space, which can be very difficult to navigate. And sometimes you see some new shiny thing, which these NFTs are, and sometimes the parents really don't have a tech background, and so it can be a dangerous space. And so there needs to be some better education, and also hopefully some companies that make wallets and things like that to actually put some guardrails up. I know it's supposed to be all about decentralized, but protecting people doesn't mean you have to put it on a centralized system. So, and that's why you would choose one wallet over another. It's free market. So just having some better safety and education in the space, I think, is really important.
I feel you on that, Harry. Education, I feel easy onboarding. I feel even coming here to this convention is not easy for many people, especially in other places that is not as fortunate. We are fortunate enough to get a free ticket, but some don't. And for those who have to pay $600, that's impossible. So if there's any way to easier onboarding people easy education, easier to have a wallet or whatnot for them to get on and try it and to experience that. Like you don't know the destination, but at least you can try. But $100-something to open up an account with gas fee and all that stuff. So it's tough for many people. So onboarding, education, I think, is where we can improve on.
Yeah, and I want to build on that, and especially what Laya said around diversity and inclusion. I'm a founding member of BFF, and one of the main reasons I really wanted to be part of that community is I believe we need more women and youth in Web3 and NFTs, and that's the only way. I mean, I've spent the last 20 years in the AI space, and it's really non-diverse, and I hope the NFT space is going to turn out to be different. So next year, I actually tweeted at the organizers because the first day was awesome, the keynotes at the Radio City Music Hall, but it was really a non-diverse set of speakers, and I was like, we got to do better next year. So yeah, diversity and inclusion, for sure.
I completely second whatever you guys are like letting us know. I mean, diversity and inclusion, and also I think having easier on-ramp for like people who are like trying to get into this space. As someone who's like closely working with almost 15 startups, I can assure you that they're trying to make it easy, but because financial systems are included in this, unlike Web 2, where you just have to create Gmail, you don't need your credit card or whatever, it's definitely tricky. But yeah, custodial wallets, non-custodial wallets, these are like very, very intricate things. So yeah, this was an amazing panel. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. And if anyone in the audience, if you have any questions or if you want to like reach out to them, connect with them, feel free to probably do it offline. They're amazing folks, and I can vouch for that as well. So yeah, thank you so much, and we are done. Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, I hear you, and we only have like 20 seconds left here. But if you want to help that, like everybody just needs to, if they get enough influx of people requesting to make it easier to bring kids to these events, that's, maybe there's a sponsor who can pick that up and have a youth space. I don't know, but if everybody kind of reaches out and makes it loud, then they can make those changes.
Teen NFT DAO.
I'll talk to you after this.
We'll have 0 on the clock.
Yeah, we're actually out of
Connect
time.
with me. It's 9:10 on all the social. Please introduce yourself. Tell people how to connect with you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Great,
much.
thank
We'll write
you,
a beat
everybody.
there
Thank
so you
you.
guys can like always connect.
Can we take a picture, group picture?
All right, thank you. That's awesome. Congrats. Oh, sure, absolutely. No rush. I will not rush you off this stage.
Yeah, we should have a round circle. Yeah.